Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Allie. So today we're going to be going over a perfume that I bought a while back and I've been sort of playing around with it, gathering my thoughts and seeing how I feel about this one. And we're going to be talking about today is a perfume from Rasasi, I think it's what it's called. And this one is called Jasmine Wisp. This is the box that it comes in. This isn't the bottle, this is just the box. It's this cool like wooden case, I guess. And what I love about it is that it opens up like this and the fragrance sits inside, but the case is actually magnetized, which is really cool. And it just sort of clicks into place and holds the fragrance. I thought it was really neat that it had these magnets underneath and it just sort of, and I actually really enjoy it as a display piece. I like to just like leave it out on my counter, but the fragrance sits inside. This is it right here. This is what the bottle looks like. It's called Jasmine Wisp. And it's a really interesting fragrance. I sprayed it on the back of this hand a little bit ago to sort of get the dry down more. But when you initially spray this one, you get this bright burst of mandarin. It's got lemon, mandarin, and grapefruit as the top notes. In the mid, you've got coconut, you've got peach, passion fruit, pear, and white flowers. In the base, you've got this beautiful bourbon vanilla, which if you guys know me, you know I love a good bourbon vanilla in my fragrances. Some of my favorite fragrances have bourbon vanilla. Aura by Mugler, Dior Addict. This one has bourbon vanilla as well, which I think is super sexy. And it's got tonka and amber. So like I said before, when you first spray this fragrance, you do get a blast of like a citrus note, but I prominently get the mandarin more than any of the other two. So you get this really sort of syrupy, sweet mandarin. And I think it's so syrupy sweet because of the combination of the pear and the vanilla with the tonka and amber. Pear always adds a juiciness to any scent. I've always said this before. Pear is just sort of luscious and juicy smelling to me. And I definitely pick it up, mixing in with that mandarin, making it a really, really juicy mandarin. Sort of vanilla heavy mandarin, which is really, really nice. So you get this bright citrus that starts drying down to this very like sort of gourmand mandarin scent. And after like a few minutes, it starts to show its coconut facets to the fragrance as well. So you start picking up on this sort of coconutty vibe. That's not like suntanny. This smells like coconut flesh to me. Very sweet coconut flesh. And you start picking up on more of the fruits and then the white flowers. So then that goes into place and it sort of smells like a mandarin and white flowers. It's very, very pretty and it's a very, very warm because of that bourbon vanilla mixed with that tonka and amber. Throughout the fragrance, you never lose that bourbon vanilla, that tonka and the amber. It adds this warmth to it. One thing that I find really, really interesting though about this fragrance, especially when I first wore it, was this sharpness that it gave me. For some people, I feel like this fragrance might be a little too much. It might be a little too sweet for some. It might be a little too sharp. I don't know where this sharpness is coming from, especially when you first spray it on. Fragrances that have given me this sort of vibe before with this sharp vibe have been fragrances that have oud in them. And I do enjoy oud in a fragrance. And I kind of feel like this fragrance, I know it might be weird, but I feel like it might have oud in it, but it's not disclosed as one of the fragrances. But there's something about it that I'm picking up. When I smell this, that reminds me of oud. It's almost like an oudy, ultra fruity, like cocktail sort of scent. It's really, really interesting because it does sort of have like a really tropical fruity cocktail vibe because of all the different fruits and that coconut and that mandarin that's really prominent. As this dries down, you start to lose a bit of the mandarin once you get further into the dry down. And it becomes more of like a coconut florally scent that's still very heavy on the bourbon vanilla and the tonka. You almost never lose those two notes. And then the amber as well plays into it, just adding a little bit of depth into the fragrance. But like I said, all throughout the wear of this fragrance was really, really beautiful. It's very, very fruity. To me, I would classify this as like an intoxicating, dark, fruity floral, because that's the sort of trail that you start leaving behind. And yeah, like there is, like I said, the only downside to this is that very sharp facet that it has that I'm not sure where it's coming from, but I would think it would be coming from an oud note that's probably not disclosed as one of the notes in this fragrance. It's really, really nice. Also, throughout the mid of this fragrance, the pear becomes a bit more prominent. There comes a point in the fragrance where the mandarin starts becoming outshined by the pear, and you definitely start picking up a lot more of that pear. So it goes through the stage of being like a mandarin coconut floral to turning into a pear coconut floral, which I thought was really, really cool and interesting. I don't get too much of the peach. I feel like the peach note in this though is aiding to just how juicy it is. It's a very syrupy scent. It's very dense. It's very heavy. There's a sort of darkness to it, like I said. But the final dry down is really, really amazing, because that final dry down is this really sexy, kind of dark, tonka amber fruity fragrance with just a slight coconuttiness. And I think it's a really, really beautiful, honestly. And it's probably one of my like most worn fragrances right now, especially since I've been home, like quarantine, can't go out, can't really do anything. I keep finding myself going over to this fragrance and putting it on over and over again, just because I really enjoy how dense and sweet and very juicy this fragrance is. And I've started really enjoying the sharpness to this fragrance. Like I said though, that sharpness could put some of you guys off because it is sharp, but it doesn't last too long. I would say go light with this one because it's very beast mode fragrance like. It projects very well. You definitely get at least 2 to 3 feet of projection with this one. The sillage on this is beautiful. The longevity on this is stellar. I think I got like 10 hours every time I've worn this fragrance. So this one goes and wears for a really long time, which I really do enjoy and love. And yeah, my fans of fruity floral fragrances, this one is a really good one. I feel like this is going to be really good for nighttime wear, especially. My girls that like to go clubbing, my girls that want to go out on a date. Winter wear, fall wear, evening wear. You could probably go and wear this during the day if you wanted to, but I would suggest going very light with the sprays on this one because like I said, it is a very, very heavy. And if you do decide to like wear this during the day, I would suggest spraying your wrist. And if you're wearing a dress, maybe the back of your ankles. If it's like nighttime or cool out, definitely spray the back of your neck. And yeah, like that's all I have to say really about this fragrance. I really did enjoy my wear of this one. It's quickly becoming one of my favorites in my collection just because of how dense and syrupy and just fruity it is. I really do enjoy that about this fragrance, and I think it's a little hidden gem. Definitely check this one out. I found this one on Amazon. I will link everything down below like I normally do. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. If you want to check me out on Instagram, I will link my Instagram name down below, so definitely check that out. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about this one. It's a really beautiful one. I would give this one probably like an 8 out of 10. Just because that sharpness and just how dense and syrupy it is, I don't feel like would jive with too many people unless you're into those kind of very heavy, sort of sweet, juicy scents. So if you're a fan of like, let's say Scandal and that Scandal line, you'll probably be a fan of this. And yeah, like I said, definitely check it out. I found this one on Amazon. I think I paid like $59 for it. So it's not too bad, and I got it within a week. So yeah, it's really, really nice, and I really do enjoy it. I enjoy the bottle, I enjoy the box, I enjoy the fragrance so much. And yeah, I don't have anything else to say about that. Till next time, you guys, I will catch you guys later, and I'll probably post another couple videos this weekend. I've got my first ever collab coming this weekend, which I'm super excited about. I'm going to be collabing with the company, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that they sent over. So yeah, look out for that video, and I'm also going to be doing my favorite scents for The Office. So definitely check those two out this weekend. But till next time, I will catch you guys later. Bye.